Hey, and thank you so much for joining me in today's Take 5 art video for the month of October. So for this month I have a bit of an inside joke from the Take 5 art group. I am using this old DVD cover, we don't watch DVDs anymore, with a picture of Brad Pitt. And that is because one of the prompts of the Take 5 Art challenge this month is use a bread. And here you have a bread. I didn't know what a bread was, so I googled it and all I could find was pictures of Brad Pitt. And turns out the bread is something else. But since then we had the joke that I would use a picture of Brad Pitt. And since I don't have a printer, I really had to search for it. But my boyfriend suggested looking through our old DVD stash that we have stashed in the shed, and there I luckily found a DVD with a picture of Brad Pitt on it. So there you go. If you don't know what Take 5 Art is, it is a monthly challenge where me and 11 other girls or women use 5 prompts chosen by one of us to create something. It can be art, it can be art journaling, which most of us do, but it can also be something else like a postcard or an actual piece of art. And this month the prompts were chosen by Crafting Vicky. Her name will be on the screen, her Instagram handle. And the prompts are: number 1, use 3 different media. 2, orange and black. 3, bread, or Brad Pitt in my case. And 4, use a coupon or ticket. And 5, use ribbon. So thank you so much, Vicky, for these lovely prompts. I had so much fun creating this, especially because of our little inside joke of Brad Pitt. I started with a background that I already had in my traveler's notebook. I used my leftover paints on empty pages in my art journal, so I have easy backgrounds for quick use. And so the paint didn't need to dry, and I decided to scribble in orange ink, and thus starting with the orange and black. And then I got inspired, I don't know, to draw an abstract baby of the grandpa baby of Benjamin Button, and the quote that I wrote down on the background is also a quote from the movie Benjamin Button. I will tell you the exact quote when we get there. I scribbled it on the background here, but I also actually wrote it down readable. Next, for the background, I decided to use some washi tape, which is a goal of mine to actually use my washi tape, so you will be seeing me use a lot of washi tape. I just simply ripped it and randomly placed it where I felt it looked good, and that's it. Then I again struggled with the double-sided tape. I have it, so I want to finish it. And a few tips that I got from you guys is: 1, to use tweezers to get off the backing of the tape, and 2, to use rollers. My experience with rolling double-sided tape is that it's wasteful and they don't work as well. But I decided to order a refillable one, one that is a little bit more expensive than the cheap ones you get at Action. And we will see. The refillable portion makes it less wasteful, and hopefully the price makes it a little bit better in quality, but we will see. For now I am still using the double-sided tape because I found that using it for ribbon is really nice. It doesn't stain the ribbon itself, meaning that it doesn't discolor it or harden it. I would not recommend putting the tape on the ribbon itself, especially not this velvet tape, because it just ripped off the velvet. So put down the tape on the paper first, and then you'll be fine. try not to move it, because that won't work either, which is something that I did not here, but later on in this video you will see it. Anyway, that's my saga, my double-sided tape saga. Thank you to all of you who gave me tips. I am still a glue fan. I will continue to use glue, and I just recently bought this massive tube of glue that you see here. It's a liter or kilo of glue, which is crazy to me, and it seems to work fine. So this was one of the prompts as well, to use coupons or tickets, which I did with the orange ones, and then thought it looks too empty, and then glued those on. And then later I decided that I don't like the blue, and then in a while I decided that I do like the blue, so I regret ripping them off. But first I add some more leaves, which I did use in my Plan With Me video for the month of October as well. A lot of repeats. You might notice that I did these videos shortly after each other. So here I decided to rip off those blue coupons because I didn't like the blue. And then I noticed that the glue smudged the crayon that I used, so I smudged it around a little bit more, and in the end I don't like it. But anyway, I choose a girl sticker from my girl sticker stash, which is still growing somehow. And here I experiment with using the orange ink that I used before with my stamps, which didn't work. So I go back to regular black ink. And this is the quote that I also scribbled in orange on the background. And the quote is by the older man in like the role that Brad Pitt plays, and it goes, "Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss." And I think that's a quote to think about. At least it is my favorite quote from the movie. I don't know if you have a different quote from this movie that you like more. Please let me know in the comments. I have watched this film multiple times, but I don't remember much except for this quote, which I had to look up how it went exactly, and the general story. And then I cut out these stamped words and glued them on in a place that I liked. I think I need to buy a typewriter someday, because I really like this typewriting type of font. This is not the typewriter font, but I simply glued those on, although I think double-sided tape might have been a better way, because this also smudged the letters a little bit, and I have that issue with every time that I stamp. I tried to use a scissor to stick them down and not my fingers in order to avoid smudging, but I still smudge the letters. I am a quick crafter, I think, and I don't have the patience for glue to dry. So yeah, that's my personal issue. I thought it still felt a little bit too empty, so I decided to scribble a little bit more with my crayon, and I have decided officially that I like to have more white in my background, so I just think it's more aesthetically pleasing. So for the next ones I have to remember that. And here you can see how I ripped off that ribbon, and it destroyed the ribbon, it took off the fluffy, but I really wanted to add a little bit more blue. So here is where I regret taking off those little blue tickets, and decide to add some more bigger blue ticket coupon thingies. And this is how it turned out. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to show us what you create, and thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe. Bye bye!